my name is Callie, and tonight I'm going to take you along with me while I make dinner, and I'm going to be making one of my favorite weeknight meals, and that is my hidden vegetable pasta sauce. So when I say the vegetables in this recipe are hidden, I truly mean it. You can make this recipe for picky adults or kiddos who maybe don't want to eat their vegetables, and I promise you they won't even know they are in this sauce. The sauce is going to be creamy, without any heavy cream. There is going to be a little bit of cheese, and it's just delicious and healthy and simple, and you are going to love it. So let's get right into it. But before we begin, as always, please remember to subscribe, like, share, chat in the comment section, and follow me on social media for more recipes and additional content. So let's get right into it. The ingredients that you are going to need are, of course, some vegetables. I am using carrots, bell pepper of any color except green. I also have some zucchini, onion, red or yellow. I have plenty of garlic, and I do want to point out that you want to cut the vegetables pretty uniform in size, like so. They don't have to be perfect, but you want them to take about the same amount of time to cook in the pan. So cut them all pretty small, pretty uniform in size. I have lots of freshly grated Parmesan cheese or pecorino. I have some black pepper along with a little bit of red pepper flakes or Aleppo flakes. I have some extra virgin olive oil, salt, and here what I have is some reserved starchy pasta water from the pasta that I have already made. The pasta is just sitting in my colander in the sink over there, and we will talk more about the pasta water later when it's time to use it, but be sure to reserve about, I would say, a cup or so. I can almost guarantee you're not going to use the entire cup, but you'd rather just have a little bit more than less. So before you drain your pasta, just reserve some of the pasta water. And as far as pasta goes, you could use any pasta of your choice, but be sure to cook it to 1 minute shy of al dente. So cook it to according to the package's instructions. If the package says to cook the pasta for 9 minutes to al dente, cook it for 8 minutes because it'll finish cooking later in the sauce, and we will talk about that when the time comes. Let's do this. So I have my pan here that I'm going to heat up over medium heat. Okay, and I'm gonna add in my extra virgin olive oil. I love extra virgin olive oil. I'm using quite a bit. Don't judge me, extra virgin olive oil. It's delicious, it's nutritious, and it is truly liquid gold, so that's going in the pan. Once this heats up, I'm gonna add in the vegetables and we will proceed. Okay, so next up, I'm gonna toss in all of the vegetables, like so. Okay, and then next up, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna season this very generously with salt, pepper, and my red pepper flakes. So going in with the salt, I'm using kosher salt, along with the red pepper flakes and the black pepper. So if you wanna make this spicier, you could add as much red pepper flakes, or like I said earlier, Aleppo flakes, as you like. It's entirely up to you. If you don't want it spicy at all, you can leave out the red pepper flakes. But I find that a little bit of red pepper flakes kind of adds flavor, and a lot is going to add spice. So do with that what you will. So next, I'm just going to, as you can see here, just toss the vegetables in the oil. And then next, I'm just going to let these cook for, I would say, probably like 10-12 minutes until all of the vegetables cook down a lot. Some of them might develop a little bit of color, but you're really just looking for them to cook down. And once they're at that point, I will show you what they look like, and then we will proceed. Okay, so it has been about 10 minutes or so, and as you can see here, the vegetables have really cooked down quite significantly, and this is exactly what you're looking for. So next up, I am going to just blend all of these vegetables. So you could do this in a food processor, a blender. I'm using my Ninja. Just so you know, if you are using a single serve Ninja, you're probably gonna have to do this in batches, but what I do like about using the Ninja is that I find that it just blends everything really kind of finely, but whatever you have will do. So I'm just going to add in all of the vegetables, and if you want, you can add a tiny splash, maybe like a tablespoon of the pasta water at this point, just to kind of help get everything going and help it to blend a little bit easier. I'm gonna blend this all up, and then I'm gonna add it back to the pan. Okay, so I added the sauce back into the pasta, and as you can see here, it's very creamy. This is what it's supposed to look like. And so what I like to do at this point is just add like, I don't know, maybe a quarter cup or so of the water just straight into the blender. You don't have to do this. You can just add the water straight into here, but I just don't want to leave any of this pasta sauce behind. So that's why I'm just swirling this like so, and I'm gonna add it right back in because I don't want to leave any of this goodness behind. And so I turned my heat up to about medium high. At this point, you want to crank the heat up a little bit. And what I'm going to do now is just give this a little bit of a stir. I'm gonna add in the pasta. So like I said earlier, the pasta is cooked 1 minute shy of al dente, so we want it to finish cooking in the sauce at this point. So the pasta water, what that's gonna do is it's gonna help the sauce adhere to the pasta. It's also going to help kind of form the sauce in a sense as well. If you find that the sauce is kind of thick, you could add in a little bit more of the pasta sauce or pasta water, and that will help to thin it out. And so I'm just gonna toss this all together for about 1 more minute. I made extra noodles because I'm using this for something else. But I'm gonna add in the Parmesan, of course, and this is really just gonna take it above and beyond. So I like to just add a little bit at a time and then give it a toss. As far as how much cheese to add, that's entirely up to you. You could add as much or as little cheese as you'd like. And again, add the pasta water as you see fit. If you want to thin it out a little bit more, which I actually do want to, just add in a little splash, like so. You just don't want to add in too much where it gets kind of soupy. But while it cooks right now for this last minute or so, the pasta is going to absorb some of that water. So just give this a toss. I'm gonna clean up, and then I'm gonna give you a close-up of just how creamy, dreamy, and absolutely awesome this hidden vegetable pasta sauce really is. Recipe and instructions, head to my blog mooneymakesrecipes.com. I'll put the link for that in the description box below. Click on the link, the recipe will come right up, and make this hidden veggie pasta. I promise you're gonna love it, and let me know what you think because I love to hear from you. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.